he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Parker kicks to Duncan, to the paint. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Durant with it. He's picked up by Parker. Thompson for three. San Antonio with the rebound. Outside Leonard. Duncan outside. Aldridge a screen. And Leonard has it in the corner. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. 9 points for Leonard. Warriors leading by 7. Livingston dishes to Durant. Green, the screen. Here's Livingston. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Ginobili the pass to Duncan. Leonard against Thompson. Back to Leonard. Lets it go from 11. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Leonard's got 11 points.
And you know, guys, Manu Ginobili's relationship with Greg Popovich has been really interesting over the years. In the beginning, Pop obviously had a rigid system. Ginobili played with a lot more freestyle and freewheeling nature. The two clashed heavily early on, as one might expect.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. As Mills in for Tony Parker. On the top of the key. And Ginobili pulls it down. Spurs trail by 7. To the inside. Anderson kicks to Leonard. Back to Anderson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Kevin Durant. Getting back to Ginobili and Popovich. Everyone thought Popovich would break Ginobili of his reckless ways. But in fact, you know this, it was the opposite.
Yeah. You know, Pop recognized he had something special in Ginobili, and it ended up changing his own philosophy, I mean, which I think speaks to the greatness of Greg Popovich. I mean, he was quoted as saying, you know, he does things, Ginobili, that win games. It taught me to watch a little bit more and not be so micromanagement-like, and not sure Pop's ever said that about anybody else.
And Anderson slams it in.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson outside from past the arc. And again, no good by Golden State. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Thompson. Leonard, no luck. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing so.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he's just a little overzealous.
And the rejection by Leonard, but he stays with it. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Warriors leading by 3. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Gasol in at the 5 spot. Durant wide open, he fires. That doesn't go either for Durant. Spurs trail by 3. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist from Leonard. And that's 15 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Outside for Durant. Good on the three-point shot.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
And it's the Spurs ball. Dishes to Aldridge. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green. Jones, the pass to Kerr. And Thompson kicks to Durant. Here's Jones. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Duncan's checked in. And, guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand-new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year. Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
On defense, the Spurs trailing by 5. Thompson. That one is off.
Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Duncan, a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
Green dishes to Aldridge. Out to Duncan. He feeds it to Green. And the pass to Aldridge. The baseline J. Leonard with no one around. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
In talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote. Pop said, I look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look. Just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. I mean, but you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
Timeout called the Warriors. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thanks again, Doris. 5 to shoot. They double team Kerr. Here's Green. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, Draymond Green getting it done today.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Parker, count that one.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Curry passes to Green. Curry kicks to Thompson. To the paint to tie it up. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Green.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. .156 left in the fourth quarter. It's Curry with the drive. That's good. 7 points for Dean.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Outside, Green. He dishes it to Aldridge. And another basket for San Antonio.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
The Warriors making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. No dice from the high post.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Parker outside. Parker with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
He hits the first one, and that gives them the lead. Pau Gasol is checked in for Duncan. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
It's Parker outside. Laces one from three. Here is Durant. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones in the post. Aldridge is covering. Empty that time from Leonard.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
And Durant, here we go. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And the Warriors with possession here. 4-point game. The shot is off. Empty that time from Leonard. And that's an intentional foul. San Antonio with the ball. And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 6. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. That's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. That one on Parker. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
Leonard with the steal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here is Durant. Count it!
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped.
And finishes with force. Boy, you got to love that.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Curry outside. Connects from downtown. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. Gets the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. Missed. And so it's San Antonio who's